Time for hot picks, and we are zeroing in on three stocks in the energy drink business. The first idea is Celsius, an American company that, according to our guest, has big opportunities to expand internationally. We're joined by Filippo Falorni, Director of US Beverages, Household Products and Personal Care, and Lead Analyst at Citi. Thank you very much, Filippo, for joining us. Remind us what Celsius is all about. How are their drinks different?
Hi, Andy. Thanks for having me on. Yeah, look, Celsius has been one of the most interesting growth stories in the consumer staple sector. The company has two big brands: the Celsius brand within energy drinks, which has been really in the market for several years now. And then recently they acquired the Alani Nu brand, which is a new energy drink brand that really over the last 3 years has really expanded growth and is targeting this new entry consumer in the energy drink category, which is a younger consumer and then increasingly more female consumer into this category. Historically, energy drink used to be really 70-30 in terms of male-female consumption. But for Alani, is actually the opposite. It's more 70-80% female consumer and 20-30% male consumer. So they're really increasing the number of consumers into the category, and they're also increasing distribution. The Celsius brand has had a partnership for a long time with Pepsi for the distribution within the United States. And then in late August, the company announced a distribution deal also for the Alani brand. So there's still going to be a significant distribution opportunity for the brand into 2026.
And how have they managed to attract a new demographic or a different demographic?
Yeah, look, a lot of it is the marketing and is this product characteristic, right? If you think about Alani, it's really, in terms of the marketing, is definitely female forward. The taste profile of a lot of their innovation, they also use a lot of limited time offering, is really focused to that demographics. And so they're really able to capitalize on these new consumers into the category.
Monster, a long-time player. What is the attraction of that stock, Filippo?
Yeah, look, Monster is a little bit more of an established player within energy drinks. They clearly control about a little bit over a third of the market in the US. But clearly they continue to grow. Look, the category continues to be very healthy in the US. It still grows double digits, which is like the best in non-alcoholic beverage within the US market. And the other thing for Monster is that they go through the Coca-Cola distribution system. So internationally, they still have a lot of market share opportunity, because if you think about it, in the US, they're about a third of the market. Red Bull is another third, and then you have Celsius at about 12-15% share. Internationally, though, if you think about it, Red Bull has a huge advantage. It's still 40% market share versus Monster only 10-15%. So they can still close the gap relative to Red Bull in many international markets. And they have Coca-Cola behind their back, which is one of the best distribution systems in the world.
And speaking of Coke, you like them in part because of their energy drink exposure?
Yeah, look, they have an investment in Monster. They have a 20% stake in Monster, so they have exposure to energy drink indirectly to their Monster stake. But look, the majority of the Coca-Cola business is more the carbonated soft drink business, and that one has been pretty resilient, right? It's a category that continues to grow very consistently in the low to mid-single digit range, more recently kind of in this 3 to 5% range. And it's very stable. There's a lot of consistent pricing in the category. And Coke has been able to successfully pass through this mix strategy, which is essentially selling a smaller can, a smaller bottle at a higher price per same amount of liquid, which has been very successful in driving organic sales growth. They also have a lot of emerging market exposure, like over 40% of sales, which it really gives them the volume growth opportunity as well, because there is still per capita consumption growth in many emerging markets.
So the power, just back to the energy drink category, it's still showing decent growth, Filippo, or its days of arching upward sales over?
Yeah, look, in the US, it's the fastest growing category right now. It's growing double digits in the 10 to 15% range recently. And there's still a lot of growth. Again, as I mentioned, there's really new consumers entering the category, which to me gives you a lot of runway in the future. If you think about the younger consumers are shifting their caffeine consumption increasingly more to energy, substituting coffee in many cases as their primary source of caffeine. So there is a long demographic tailwind. And then the expansion into female consumers has been very incremental to the category as well.
Thank you very much, Filippo. Always great hearing from you.
Thanks for having me on.
Filippo Falorni of Citi.